Hey friends, you are crafting with Kim Byers at the Celebration Shop, and today I'm going to walk you through how to sublimate a t-shirt. Actually, we're going to be using a tank top, but a t-shirt, a tank top from beginning to end. And I'm going to show you how easy it is if you follow all the right steps. And so I converted an Epson printer to a sublimation printer. So I'm going to put that video up above in case you've not stepped into the world of sublimation yet. Basically what sublimation is instead of cutting out all of the pieces and parts to a design, you are printing that design and then you are applying it to your t-shirt, your tote bag, your, whatever the case is, with heat. So we're going to be using our Easy Press 2 for the heat portion, and we're going to be using that Epson printer for the printing piece. Okay, so let's hop over to the computer and I'll show you what we're doing with the design, and then we'll hit the craft table and we'll put it all together. Let's go. On my computer, and we are at canva.com. So canva.com. So this is a free tool that you can use to do what we need to do today with this design. And so if you have Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop or something like that, you can absolutely use that. But if you don't have those resources, I wanted to show you a free way for you to mirror image your design. So what I did is I went to Etsy and I actually purchased a design. I didn't create this one. I purchased it, and it is so cute. It's kind of a retro thing. And so what we're going to do is we are going to go over to create a design, and I'm going to custom size, and I'm just going to make an 8.5 by 11 sheet, which is the sheet size that I'm printing onto. Okay, so once you have this blank sheet, go over into uploads, and then you're going to upload your media, whatever that might be. By the way, in Canva, you can design your own stuff if you wanted to with all of the tools and things that they have and text and that kind of thing. But I am uploading a design. So I've already brought that design in. And so what we want to do is we click on that, it brings it over to our sheet, you go up into flip, and you flip it. So basically you are mirror imaging that design. And then I want it to be longer than 8.5 by 11 or 8.5. So I'm gonna flip it 90 degrees, and then I'm just gonna grab it at the corners. And when you grab this at the corners, you can see that it shows the width there, width 10 inches by 3.6. So that's about how big I want this design to be, and I'm just gonna center it in the sheet. Okay, and so now what we want to do is we go over and hit download. I'm using a PNG, which is the best quality print that I feel like I can get. I'm going to make that a transparent background, and then we're going to hit download. And that's all there is to it, guys. You just need to mirror image this design. Okay, so then I'm going to, let me close this super quick, and I want to show you, so this is what it looks like. Literally, just a sheet of paper. So now what we need to do is we're going to go up and hit File and Print for our printer. We're going to send this to our sublimation printer. So see, it's already the Epson 2720 is the one that I converted. And now these dialog boxes look different for different printers. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click down and do a photo on matte paper, because that's going to give me the best quality print possible. And so some of them will have a scale bar, like better and best. And so I would just say choose the best one that you could possibly get on that dialog box. And then we're just going to hit print, and then we're going to take that printout over to the craft table, and I'm going to show you how to sublimate it onto a shirt. Okay, so here we are on the craft table, and these are the things that we're going to be using today. So I have my tank top, I have a lint roller, I have my printout that we worked on, and this is the sublimation paper. It comes in a box like this. And then this is our butcher paper. I have heat tape, and I have my Easy Press 2 and my Easy Press 2 mat. Okay, so let's move everything out of the way and we'll start with our design. Okay, so what we want to do with the design is we literally want to just tear around the edges. And the reason that you want to do this is because it's really best if you don't have sharp paper edges whenever you do your transfer, and it's only because what it'll do sometimes is it will press and you'll have that like marked outline there, especially if you're going to be selling this or shipping this off as a gift. If it's just for you, it's not such a big deal because you're going to wash it and then the lines are going to come out, but this torn edge kind of softens Just don't tear the design. There we go. Okay, so now that we have our design ready, I'm just gonna take my ruler off for a moment, and we want to take our lint roller, and you want to lint roll your shirt. And this is so important. I know some people are like, they don't do this, or they don't act like it's such a big deal, and so therefore they don't spend much time on it. But I'm telling you, lint roll your design. Otherwise, what can happen is the ink will set into the lint that you might find on your shirt, and then when you wash it, it's going to be speckled, because of course the lint's going to come off and the ink's going to come off with it. So make sure that you do a really good job of lint rolling. Okay, so now once that's done, we want to take our ruler, put it back along our shirt. And with my design and this shirt, I think I'm going to have about 3 1/4 inches on both sides. Now, it's important when you tear this off that you tear it off or you cut it off in equal amounts on either side, because when you flip it over, it's a little bit more difficult to see your design, and you want to make sure that you center it appropriately, right? Okay, so we know 3 1/4, and so I think I'm gonna set it here. And a good rule of thumb is 3 fingers from the top of the shirt, and everyone's different, and do whatever works best for you, but I'm about 3 fingers or so at the top of your shirt. Okay, so what you want to do here is we just want to double check it. It's about 3 1/2, 3 1/4, so I'm just gonna bump it over again slightly. And now what I want to do is I want to take my heat tape and I want to tape it down. You do not want your design to shift at all when you're applying heat, and the reason is you can get what they call ghosting, which means that the ink shifted just a little bit, and so instead of it being this perfect outline of your design, it's going to have like that ghosted effect. Okay, I'm gonna put one more piece down at the bottom just to make sure. Okay, the next thing that we want to do is we want to take butcher paper and we want to insert it into our shirt, and we also want to place it on top of our shirt. Now our heat press, our Easy Press 2, has been heating up to 400 degrees. So let's go ahead and put our butcher paper in, and then we'll move the machines over so you can watch that process. Okay, so we want to put a couple of sheets inside the shirt, and then we want to use sheets on the outside of the shirt as well. I'm going to just tuck those in. Okay, and then we're going to move our Easy Press over. I'm actually going to take my mat out, put our shirt on our mat. Okay, so just make sure you get all the wrinkles smoothed out. Okay, and so now the last thing that we want to do is we want to put our butcher paper over our design. And then we're going to pick our Easy Press up and set it straight down on our design. And you want an Easy Press 2 that is going to cover the entire design. Okay, so our 60 seconds are up. So we're going to lift. Okay, it's still a little warm, but I think we can go ahead and peel away our tape. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It turned out so great. Okay, so it works really well on the Amazon Essential tank tops, and this blue was not a problem at all. Look how beautiful that turned out. Okay, so that was really easy, right? Sublimation is not difficult if you follow all of the steps, and you can sublimate onto any surface that has a polyester blend. So I believe you want to have at least 40% polyester in your substrate for it to really, pull that color in. And just remember, when you print these out, they don't always look vibrant and bright, but they are once you apply the heat. Okay guys, so I put down in the description, I put all the things that were used here today. I hope you'll hop down and check those out. And then if you have any questions about what we did, please leave them in the comments, because I really want to help you enjoy your crafting and get the most out of the supplies that you're purchasing. All right guys, I will see you next time.